Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in central Illinois, and I decided I wanted to do this video on what homesteading means to each of us. After I saw something on Facebook yesterday on one of the homesteading and sustainability Facebook pages that I belong to about what one person perceived as the unhealthy relationship that some of us have with our chickens. And you know, I'm gonna kind of set myself up today for teasing or criticism or jokes or whatever, snide comments, because I'm okay with that, by showing you my pet chicken, Moxie. This is Moxie, and yes, for the full benefit of it, I have her pink harness and leash on, because I really don't know for sure how long she's going to sit out here on my lap out here by my koi pond wanting to get out there and forage, because she usually doesn't get a graze very wild here in my backyard. I am what some might call an urban rural homesteader. I live in a little town of 500 where I am the only person that raises chickens. And I did an earlier video a couple weeks ago about how that's not always been the most welcoming thing, but people have adjusted and they kind of tease me, and in good fun and in with kindness. Nobody's really all that grumpy about it anymore. And I just wanted to say that, you know, I appreciate what that person posted. Even though I didn't agree, one thing I noticed that when I posted a response of, why does it really matter, and is it unhealthy if it's what we want to do and it doesn't hurt anybody? And I had like 38 people like or respond to my very simple response to that inquiry that was posted. And sadly, the admins decided to turn off the comments, and they have that right to do that because, you know, they have to control what goes on the page that they're responsible for, and I respect that. But I just felt like I wanted to do a video on homesteading, and each of us may have a very different definition of what homesteading is to us, because we all come to this point in our life of wanting to live a more self-sufficient, sustainable, homesteading life for a variety of reasons. I grew up an only child with Depression-era parents who at one time had adequate finances. But because of some healthcare circumstances, loss of income, my family went to rock bottom poverty. And if it wasn't for my dad's wonderful hunter skills, frog gigging, fishing, hunting game, we would have starved. And I appreciate people who are comfortable with sustaining their lifestyle and living the life they choose to live with how they feed their families. I respect that, and it's none of my business how they choose to do it. And I want you to know I'm not a PETA card holder. However, good for those people too, because I embrace your challenges as well to protect the rights and health of animals that you care about, maybe in a different way than I do, or maybe in a different way that others do. But you know what? Homesteading should be a choice that we all come to, and that we decide how to do and define it by what our life circumstances and our values and our resources are. When I Googled what homesteading means, it means basically a sense of self-sufficiency. And there are hundreds of ways that people homestead. Some people grow sheep and have yarn and dye their own yarn and you know, make their own clothing. Some people garden and can and forage out of their yards. Some people, you know, really try to avoid the consumer lifestyle, and they raise chickens or goats or other animals to live the life that they have. So I felt like I just wanted to clarify a little bit what my comment was about. When I said, is it unhealthy if it's what we want to do and it doesn't hurt anybody? shouldn't we just embrace the diversity of what homesteading is to each of us? Because we all come from different walks of life, and we all have different needs and means and goals with this one life that we've got to live. And so again, I thank that guy for asking the question of, is it healthy to have a relationship, or I guess how he put it is an unhealthy attachment to these animals? You know, I don't find it unhealthy for me. We love our chickens, we name them, we appreciate the gifts that they give us with their eggs every day, and even if we choose not to harvest their meat at some point in their lifespan, that doesn't make me less of a homesteader than somebody who might hunt game. We just have different definitions of how we want to go about defining this in our life. I live in the house I grew up in. I've created my own sanctuary. I've been a therapist for half my life, and I see how people who are discouraged and live frustrating lives that are caused by the chaotic, busy, 10-hour day plus a commute, consumer lifestyle that just surrounds all of us. So I applaud anybody, no matter how you choose to do it, whether you are a city dweller and you garden on your back porch, or you own hundreds of acres and you raise cattle and you harvest them, or you raise and sell, goats or whatever. My point is, life is hard enough as it is, with the criticisms and the judgments and the expectations that we have to live a certain way. So let's embrace the diversity, even the diversity of what homesteading means, so that we can all do our part to enjoy the life we have, to relish and honor Mother Nature, and to have the relationships with others, including our pets in our little pink harnesses, to have the life that brings us joy. So thank you again from the Healing Homesteader here in Central Illinois, wishing all of you the life that you want to live, and embracing the diversity that we can learn from people who think and do differently than we do, so that we can add to our life the joy that we seek. Have a great day, and thank you, Facebook administrators, for having this wonderful page. I think it's awesome. I learn a lot, and I hope that this video gets to stay, because for all intents and purposes, it is really just a video to try to get us to live in harmony and peace, no matter how we do it, differently or similarly from the next homesteader, and to enjoy the wonderful things that our pets bring to our life, or our unnamed animals on our homestead that serve us and we serve them in order to fulfill the circle of life. Have a great day, and I better get in because there is a thunderstorm a brewing here in Central Illinois. Have a great day from me and Moxie. Bye-bye.